Thanksgiving Day, decided to do a little overnighter up to Missouri this year. Just a one-night solo trip. I did a three-night solo middle of October, and that was one heck of a learning experience. Biggest takeaway from that trip was I overpacked. I overpacked by a lot. So this time around I lightened the load significantly. I mean, some of that's just by default because it's just a 2-day, one-night trip, and the rest of that is that little learning experience I talked about. So, if you just joined the channel, adventure motorcycle riding is brand new to me. I've been riding street bikes the majority of my life. I say street bikes, I mean cruisers. Never done anything off-road on a motorcycle. I'm pretty comfortable though on anything with wheels, as some say. So this is all good. It was a checking the map every now and then, so apologize for the pauses, but no idea where I'm going out here. As a quick side note, I use Onyx Off-Road as my mapping app, and really happy with it. Not sponsored by them or anybody else, so at this point anything or any company or brand or anything at all that I mention is not sponsored. So it's pretty obvious. If you're new to the channel, you'll see that the channel's new. So anyway, did a lot of research before I decided on my motorcycle, what I wanted to buy. And what it really came down to was a bunch of different motorcycles that all had features that I was looking for and wanted, but none of the motorcycles had all those features, except for one, and that was the Ibex 800 Explorer, or 800E, as it's more commonly referred to, by CF Moto. And before anybody passes judgment, remember, I'm not sponsored. And my background has put me behind the wheel of some very nice vehicles. And from a quality standpoint, this thing has not disappointed me. I got it in June. We're November now, and almost 4,300 miles on it since June, and a lot of those miles are what you're seeing. Nothing real crazy on the trails or anything like that. It's not, this motorcycle's not a, it's not a T7, it's not a Tiger 800 or you know, any of the BMW GS's. It's a really nice blend of a lot of off-road capabilities and touring as well. As a matter of fact, when I first got it, the first few rides I did on it that were of any length whatsoever, none of them overnighters or anything like that, but it was just twisties on the pavement, just kind of getting used to it. So anyway, anybody has any questions about this motorcycle, just, you know, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I'll do my best to get to them. But yeah, just really pleased with this thing. So some of the things I want to go over in the channel, you know, as the months and hopefully years ride on, is it's kind of what I'm learning. Do's and don'ts, my own personal do's and don'ts, if you will. And then of course, you know, where we're going. Right now, I'm still in Oklahoma, just on some dirt roads, trying to stay off the main roads as much as possible on this trip, on any trip for that matter. Even though the bike is exceptionally comfortable on the highway, I mean, it really excels on the highway. I'm just not programmed like that. I just can't find any joy in being on the highway for hours and hours at a time. I'd much rather be back here. There's fewer people, fewer traffic, and a heck of a lot more scenery. You never know what's around the next corner. And then, you know, from a riding standpoint, you never know what the terrain is going to turn into. You know, a road that looks fairly significant on the map, and it may end up being very insignificant once you get on it. So I enjoy those aspects of the adventure. So anyhow, just tooling along on this gravel road, and let's see, I've got, well, it says 0.3 miles. Yeah. Turn slight left onto unnamed road. That's always a good sign as far as I'm concerned. But sometimes the Onyx maps, the slight left just meant that corner back there. So it wasn't actually a turn. It's taken me a little bit to kind of get used to that. First few times that happened, is very confused, convinced I was lost. I'd missed my turn somewhere. So we're gonna jump back out here onto the asphalt for a little bit. So I'll probably shut the camera off and well, for you guys, it hasn't been very long because of the video editing, but for myself, it had a hour or so, I guess, on some paved roads, and there was a short, like 1.7 mile dirt road excursion that I just chose to chill and not turn the camera on. So my camera sits really close to my visor. It's close enough that I can see that it's on, but I can't tell exactly the messages it's giving me. So I've got a red something in the corners. What in the heck? They're harvesting the gravel out of that river or something. Oh, looky there. It wants me to turn right on this road. Oh, okay. I thought it was a driveway. It's done that before. This is cool. Cool as long as I don't meet another vehicle. Just pretty unlikely today with it being Thanksgiving, so sure very few of you are watching this on Thanksgiving. If you are, it's Thanksgiving 2026. So, happy Thanksgiving. Now look at that. Cow eggs. That's what my wife calls them. There's actually cows out there. She referred to them as pasture puppies. Everything's a dog in our world. I feel like I've been on this road before. I know there's a section of this road that on my 3-day solo I was on. It kind of feels like this one, but maybe not. I don't remember Leroy Henderson having anything for sale, so maybe not. Who knows? I'm getting a message on my phone saying you cannot access cellular network, which is always a mixed bag of emotions. It's like, well, that's cool, because that means I'm way out here. But then again, not cool. Alright, I've definitely been here. Me and that dog we got a history. I'm going to clear this off my phone real quick because it doesn't go away unless I acknowledge that I'm lost, essentially. I know, not really, but hard to get lost these days. All the technology we have. Hey, there's the pasture puppies out there. Yeah, I guess no water ever runs through that creek. They're just... Anyway, harvesting gravel, is that... They're not mining it. I don't know what you call that. This is fun though, these little corners on these roads. Nobody's out here. Just me and my bike. Bumps. More like potholes. Gravel potholes. Oh. I think I definitely remember this. So I've got a left-hand turn coming up, and I think there's like a lot of loose gravel going up this hill, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is the one. There we go. It wasn't as bad as last time. Still gets your attention though. It got my attention a lot the first time. I didn't know what to expect. I'll set my butt down for a bit here. All the rain we got recently still has these roads a little damp. It's kind of turned it into hero dirt. Even though you're on dirt, you feel like you're riding on pavement. Chill here for a second because my maps have got two different directions going. I don't know which way I need to actually go. This is a mistake on my part, not the maps. So I need to zoom out. Figure out where do I want to go. Oh, so if I go right, that's a long way. If I go straight, there's a short way. You know what? I got a late start today, so I'm gonna go straight. Can't see here. Oh, that sucks. Put a lot of weight on the motorcycle, then you're not used to riding it with all that weight. It's really easy to stall them. It's okay. My pride's not injured. I am, though, going to come back to you guys once I kick out up here onto this trail. So bye for now. I'll just kind of buzz through here. It's probably going to be slick. Most of those are really nice, though. That's a bonus. Things so far haven't really had a bad experience on one, so I guess if that ever happens, my opinion can change. I definitely reserve that right. Time here. What have I got? You know, wasn't enough time to get to where I'm going to camp and get everything set up before dark. I like to have a fire going. Not all of it. This road, this stretch in particular has been before. Just certain little landmarks out here the person remembers. I guess that's kind of the cool thing of being way out here. When you see specific things, it just leaves an impression. Because of the uniqueness. Sat back down and my seat was kind of cold. I'm like, what the heck? And then I noticed my hand grips are also kind of cool. And when I stalled the bike, I shut all that off. I can get all that back on. Take care of that here. There we go. Done. See that this maps calls this a slight left. Turn slight left. But in my world, that's just go straight. This is awesome. Still have 1.1 miles of this dirt road greatness. Love it. Nice smooth gravel. Look at that. Friggin' gorgeous. So nice. fly up onto one and get a rude awakening. Oh man, look at that. That's so nice. This is a right-hand turn coming up. Quarter mile. Is this what they're calling the road? Or is it not actually a turn again? Yeah, I don't think it's actually a turn again. I'm gonna make a little modification to the way my map's displaying. Oh, okay. On track. Got another right-hand turn coming up here, and let's look at that. I remember that. I guess it was an old either bridge or diving board, I don't know. Right turn, let's just go straight again. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill the camera for a bit, preserve the battery. I got 2 other spares. Of course, I'd have to stop to switch those out, and I'm trying to get somewhere. So, I will catch up with you in a bit. That's a driveway there. Oh. Okay. Well. Now I remember that being on the map, and I was excited about it. And then I forgot about it being on the map, and it became a surprise. And my excitement was cut in half, even though I do enjoy water crossings. I don't enjoy not knowing if that is going to take me the right way or not. Like this. Yeah, that's just crazy talk there. Let me get where I can get this thing on its kickstand safely. and take a look at what I've got. What? Okay. I'm gonna go for a walk now. I can't imagine that this is gonna work. Guess that bridge goes to nowhere, so that wouldn't work out real well. And the water's low. Got that going for me. I'm supposed to go down this way. This just doesn't seem like a good idea. Because on the maps it looks like it's like a pretty decent way down here. And I'm not seeing any type of an exit up there. So yeah, I'm gonna turn around. I'm going back across that water crossing. This is exactly what I talked about, where I don't mind them, but I do mind them if they're wrong, and then I gotta go back. Each crossing is when I enjoy it, like I said, but it's a risk. And when it's an unnecessary risk, well, I don't enjoy that. So, I will get myself out of this mess and get back to you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm leaving that mess. Full transparency. I had to take a whiz, and you know, I wasn't gonna do that on camera. I forgot to put the bike back in all-terrain mode. Give me a second. Here we go. Got a text message also. I guess that's probably this family saying Happy Thanksgiving. It's kind. I'll catch up with those messages. I'm gonna get to my campsite. Oh, I didn't notice that was sand on the way down here. Huh. I'll get us back across this little creek crossing, and then figure out what we need to do from there. That'll be a different ball game now because I know it's coming. Man, the left side was the way to go there. Oh, I guess well, I'm just gonna figure out what I need to do here. Oh, did it already? Okay. Thank you. It already fixed it for me. That's great. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, I mean, there's the adventure in adventure motorcycling. Showing me to turn left on unnamed road. I saw a road back there, but it was barely a road. This is more acceptable right here as a left turn than the other one I saw. Yeah. Oh, doggy, stay over there, buddy. 'Cause I'm cruising. More cow eggs all lined up there. Something was crossing the road in front of me there. I wasn't going to divert my eyes because I lost 15 minutes in that little excursion there, so trying to make up some time. I don't know if it was a mouse or a chipmunk or what. Probably go back through the video and find it. I think I got to turn left right here. Yeah, there we go. So you probably noticed my Insta360 camera all laid down. Tried a new mount location, and needless to say, failed. And I haven't really messed with it because I've got the DJI running, and then I also have an onboard camera system on the bike, the camera on the front and the back that's constantly recording. As long as the bike's running, it's recording. So I just really haven't felt the need to fix that yet. I will when I feel the need to. Yeah. So if you guys are new to adventure bike riding, one of the things that I will share with you as a complete myth is the don't use your front brake. Obviously you're going to use it sparingly, and if you have ABS on your bike and you can shut off the ABS on the rear only, which is what I do, and leave the ABS on the front, then by all means. It also shuts off the traction control on the rear. Not that I have traction control on the front. But yeah, the front brake, I mean, you don't use it the same as you do on the street, obviously, but it's saved me so many times. When the back brake is just not enough. I mean, the back brake's locked up and I'm just sliding down a hill, and I have to modulate my speed with the transmission and the front brake. So if you listen to videos, YouTube videos, that's how we all learn to do things these days. You got a dude telling you to not use the front brake. Well, you might go to a different person. There's a couple that I've watched, and I don't remember their names. If I can go back and find them, I'll happily put them on here. Okay. Now what? She's awfully talkative all the time, but not now. I guess I'll just keep going this way. Seems like the right thing to do. It's pretty, that's for sure. I think I'm going to take advantage of this. This is awfully nice, huh? Peaceful. Peaceful's good. I guess I'm not connected anymore or something. I've lost my... Oh no, there she is. No, you guys can't hear that. But it's my map lady. Trying to pull down my balaclava a little bit so my voice is more clear. Look, when I was looking at the map, I noticed that I'm still trying to recover from the river crossing that wasn't a river crossing. I guess it was more like a, not really a crossing, but just like a drive the river. If I was in a side-by-side, maybe I would have attempted that. It would have been a heck of a lot easier to turn around, that's for sure. But the Ibex is not a light motorcycle. Number one, it's an 800, so those are not usually light bikes to begin with, but it is with no weight on it. I mean, like on its own, like no pannier bags or anything. It's 508 pounds. So if you have the means and you are going to get into adventure motorcycle riding, I would recommend what so many others have recommended on YouTube, and I didn't value their advice until I didn't take it, which I guess that's the lesson, huh? And that's just to find a cheap dual sport. They retain their value. They're all over the place, and everybody always wants them. I mean, I know that's a little bit of an oxymoron that they retain their value and they're all over the place. You would think that if they retain their value, that means supply is low. It's just not the case, though. I mean, so many people want them that it really doesn't matter what supply is. If you buy it and you keep it for a few months or a year and you ride some trails, and you can go a lot of places on a dual sport. And just learn, you know, learn to find a gravel lot somewhere and learn the ins and outs of adventure motorcycle riding and how you need to control your bike and getting comfortable standing up and so on and so forth. And then you can jump onto that heavier bike. Because man, oh man, it's a wake-up call to go from riding motorcycles on the road, street, highway, whatever, and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to mix in some off-road stuff in there too, and throw some pannier bags and a trunk on it, and now you're on uneven terrain. You go to put a foot down and the terrain is further down than what your foot's going to reach, and boom, bike dropped. which is nothing like a mic drop. Tell you what, looks like I got some long straight gravel roads here, so I'll catch up with y'all later. I wanted to turn the camera back on real quick. I'm just sitting there cruising on a dirt road, 4th gear, about 50 miles an hour, and I realized that these dirt roads out here, some of these things are smoother than a highway in Oklahoma. I just thought that was a little bit humorous. I mean, I really should go to 5th here, but and I want the engine torque, so I'm not going to do that. I'm only turning 4,000 RPM anyway, but yeah, I mean, check this out. It's just nuts, right? I can set the cruise control. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous in a good way. So, anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny. This is supposed to be the Elk River that flows into Lake. What the sign said anyhow. So, mystery solved. Get a little hungry, you might have to stop and grab a snack out of the back of the bike here. We'll see. Well, I'm not exactly sure where we are right now. I know I'm in Missouri now. Just making turn after turn after turn. And excuse me. This turn here just looked too appealing to leave the camera off. So we'll see if it's interesting viewing or not for a little bit. Go from there. Another fantastic dirt road highway. With the occasional mud puddle. Alright, well, I think the interesting part's over. So, catch up with you. See a lake or something coming up. Of course, it's beautiful church. My gosh, look at that. It's gorgeous. Those little houses. What? What is this? Wow. Sellers Lake Home. Whew. Private entrance. I drove into the ditch trying to read a sign. Wow. Figure out what lake this is. community. I mean, what I mean is second residence. See? Stuff like that makes these rides so nice. Okay, so reposition the camera. Took a little snack break, and when I opened up my trunk, so my side bags, I'll usually refer to those as panniers, and then my back hard case, I just refer to that as my trunk. When I open that up, that's where I've got my like Yeti type cup, and one of my other drinks that was unopened, like in a can, had somehow got a little hole in it and burst. And the inside of my trunk is soaked. Nothing's ruined. I had a hat in there, but I mean, it'll dry. I can wash it. There's some microfibers in there that I like to keep handy to clean my glasses with, and the windshield of the motorcycle, obviously. So I'll lay those out tonight. Maybe get a fire going. The next decent little town that I'm going to get close to is called Rush Springs, and we'll stop there, get some water, more to drink, probably some ice, and then make an assessment on the remainder of the route today. I just left too late today. One of those guys who happens to have an amazing wife, and she supports me going out on these adventures and buying an impractical vehicle so I can go out on these adventures. And she made me breakfast, and just wasn't in a huge hurry to leave, you know. My oldest son stayed with us last night. He got up this morning, got himself a doe, so I helped him field dress that and killed it at the bottom of our bluff. And it was not an easy carry back up to the house. But still a good time. And he donated all of the meat to homeless. Took it to a processing plant east Oklahoma, east of where we live, and they will process it and donate it. So good cause. I'm proud of him. But anyway, just had things going this morning with the family and wasn't in a major hurry to get on the road, and I don't regret that decision, but I'm definitely going to have to modify the plan because of that decision. So working on the road all around here, it's kind of weird. It's like major road working, equipment, dozers, earth movers, and the like. It's gravel. So, as soon as I say that, it turns to pavement. Perfect. Well, I'll catch back up with you.